Well, a U.S. tanker has crashed in Kyrgyzstan, and now it appears that 3 airmen from Fairchild were on board. The aerial refueler went down about 100 miles from the Manas Transit Center in northern Kyrgyzstan. That's just north of Afghanistan. The plane assigned to McConnell Air Force Base in Kansas. Now, this is video posted to YouTube by Kyrgyzstan Emergency Ministry. It shows the burning wreckage of that jet. The plane went down in some pasture land. And from the video, there doesn't appear to be a crater in the ground. It looks as though it crashed in a gully with water running through the bottom. Our Jeff Humphrey has been to Manas with Fairchild crews and was scheduled to go in just 3 weeks back there. Jeff, no official confirmation, but our sources are telling us it was a Fairchild crew.
And I'm sure base officials, Nadine, are very busy with important things like notifying next of kin, as well as preparing the Fairchild community for the loss of these airmen. However, we are also hearing that while emergency crews were able to locate the wings and the tail and part of the fuselage of this plane, it got dark in Kyrgyzstan before they could find the cockpit and, of course, the important flight recorders inside. It's dark there right now. The sun should be coming up in Kyrgyzstan about an hour from now, and that's when the search for clues in this crash will continue. These are the first images from the Kyrgyzstan crash site. People from a nearby village say they were working in their fields when they heard an explosion. This man says when he looked up, he saw the air tanker break apart into 3 pieces. It appears the tanker was on the same type of refueling flight performed by Fairchild Airmen. Manas is Fairchild's home away from home. When KXOY was there in 2010, we saw Fairchild mechanics working around the clock to keep their 50-year-old planes flying.
That is absolutely true, and we try to stay on top of it the best we can. Sometimes, as you said, these are an aging fleet. It takes a lot of maintenance.
Most of Fairchild's Manas tanker missions are flown to support combat troops on the ground in Afghanistan. A lot of them are the same Marines who overnight at the transit center before moving on to the battlefield.
The guys on the ground always know they've got air cover over them. So with us as tankers, we go wherever we're needed to decrease the time on that kill chain.
And the delivery of that fuel has to be on time and on target. This F-15 dove straight back down into the fight after sipping from this Fairchild air tanker.
And each and every day they are saving lives because they're passing fuel to receivers, fighter aircraft, bombers, reconnaissance aircraft that are engaging with bad folks on the ground and taking care of business.
Nadine, I'm sure there are a lot of Marines out there who would tell you that without the help of these 3 airmen, their aerial refueling capabilities and that refueling mission, that there would have been a lot more American lives lost on the ground in Afghanistan. Tankers help fighters loiter over the battlefield so that those fighters can find their targets when they present themselves.
Well, Jeff, has that crash affected base operations here at Fairchild?
Well, it was strange when we first got up here this morning, and for the rest of the day we haven't seen a single Fairchild tanker fly, and we thought that might have been because of some sort of safety stand down. Often when aircraft are involved in crashes, they take the entire fleet of whatever that is and keep it on the ground until the cause of the crash is discovered. However, when we talked to Fairchild officials, they told us no, they weren't flying today because of sequester budget cutbacks.